Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Event Modeling and Event Sourcing Podcast with your hosts, Martin and Adam. Hello, Martin.
Hello, Adam. How are you?
Great. I feel all energized and really
Yeah.
excited because we had the workshop this week. So we had the
Oh, yeah.
Advanced Event Modeling and Event Sourcing workshop on Thursday. We had a full house, the maximum amount of participants that were allowed registered, which was good. So I think we were able to get to all the topics that everyone wanted to see. So
That was
how did you like the workshop?
that was a lot of fun. That was really a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this workshop. It's there were so many people and so much experience in the workshop, and the questions were really amazing. So I really enjoyed the workshop.
Yeah, it's nice to have this split between the introductory one and the advanced one now.
Yeah,
So people don't feel they need to hold back questions, which was nice.
yeah.
So I think this year we have a good division of the types of workshops that we have, and so
I'm having an in-person workshop next week, Thursday and
oh yeah,
Friday.
right.
Really looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's been a while since I had those in-person ones. I think
Same for
obviously
me.
we've discussed
Yeah,
this before, but with COVID, everything's just really pushed things to the digital side, and it really has to be brought back a little bit. Now I think with AI being a lot better and OCR and all these things, optical character recognition, taking a picture of the stickies on the wall, digitizing what you do physically is going to be a lot easier in the
yeah.
coming years. So I think there's a natural rebalancing of having these in-person workshops and get-togethers to be effective again. And
Yeah.
there is something I think I discussed this. Maybe we didn't touch on it in the podcast yet, but in human psychology, there's the micro expressions in people's faces. Even when you're doing something on Zoom, etc., there's the level of disconnect and the slight delay in the signal. Even right now, when I'm looking at you, your reaction is delayed a little bit.
Yeah.
You're in Munich, and even with the best internet connection, there is a noticeable lag of response from what I say.
We,
And
we know I don't have the best internet connection, right?
well, it's not about that. It's not about the speed. It's
Yeah,
about the
I know.
latency. The,
Yeah,
the, the latency is, and it's actually today your connection is wonderful. So your kids must not be watching YouTube. So that's what I
maybe.
think. If I see a good connection from you, I know that your family's out doing something
Yeah,
probably.
they are exactly. Weather in Germany is nice. They're outside right now.
Okay, well there you go. So now we can enjoy all the bandwidth you have in your
Yeah,
house.
exactly.
um, so um, yeah, so these micro expressions are important because they're it's actually a good little subtopic for today's podcast. We didn't plan on discussing this, but it is important in terms of human communication. There's a lot of back and forth between in terms of signals between two people having a face-to-face conversation, and these little delays in reactions have a much more profound effect on the psychology of if you're making a point or not. So
Yeah,
there is a fair amount of disconnect that's added when the reactions are not in real time. When you're discussing something with a person right there with no
yeah,
delays, the communication is way more effective. So there's many pros to having these discussions in person and having workshops in person than having them online.
yeah,
And of course, the converse is, the problem is the expense of getting one together, renting a space that can accommodate you and all the logistics of flights and all of that. But it is really worth it. And I think Alberto Brandolini said that a lot of times, the amount of a plane ticket is going to save you so much more money if you just look at a $2,000 plane ticket. Well, spending that $2,000 is going to save you, $100,000 because of the mistakes you won't make, because
yeah.
the communication and the collaboration was that much more effective. So
Yeah.
It's important not to lose sight of the other formats that are incredibly more effective. That the in person is something to continue to do,
Yeah.
given the opportunity.
Absolutely. I fully agree. No, whenever I discuss with someone, I pay close attention to the eyebrows. You see it at the eyebrows. Does the person understand what you're saying, or is the person shocked what you're saying? It's really the eyebrows that reveal it.
Yeah. I have to find a funny clip to put into this episode for that
Yeah.
about the eyebrows. I have to make a note so I don't forget. But yeah, the human expression, the even the which way the eyes are looking, and
Yeah.
any kind of gestures. That slight delay is really detrimental. But not only that, but you also have like the physical layout of the space where you can walk to the other side of the room and have that conversation with these
Yeah.
3 or 4 people here, and and what you can hear, what you can overhear, what you don't want to overhear. There's a very different dynamic, obviously, with these online conferences. Only one person is speaking at the same time, so you can already see that linear, making this a linear form of communication really does limit the type of format that you can have for these things. So,
Absolutely.
and in Zoom and others, there's these breakout rooms, etc. But it's a very manual, artificial process, right? You still have
Mm,
to pick the
yeah.
people to be in this group and all that, and to have someone overhear what another group is saying is impossible. The whole thing is very well segregated, and so we've tried this during COVID as well, for breakout rooms, like in the workshops. Everyone worked on the we if there was like 20, 30 people in the workshop, we would break those out into groups of 4 or 5 people each and see how they do.
Yeah.
They worked, but you can certainly feel the inefficiency.
It's not the same,
Yeah,
no matter how hard you try. And that's also why I enjoyed the Como camp last year so much. It was
yes,
exactly
exactly, and
like
that's coming up this week, right? That's
oh, it's in May. It's sold out already, but I have my ticket
oh,
out.
is it in May? I thought it
Yeah.
was happening right now.
No, it's in May.
Oh,
Three
okay, okay.
days.
I was ahead
Yeah.
of the schedule, but
Really
yeah,
looking forward to that. But this was one of my highlights last year. Exactly for that, you can just join
yeah,
arbitrary group of people, get into the discussion, and it was really
yeah.
amazing.
Well, I'm glad you're going to be there. Unfortunately, I can't be there
Yeah.
this year, but it was an incredible amount of interest in event modeling.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're going to be there to tell people about it if they have questions, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of turnout there is. We had
Yeah.
some people from Spain there that were really interested, and we're still working with them. That ended up having a whole set of workshops and meetups for the community in Spain, which was really neat, just to see, yeah, how much the ideas are allowed to kind of flourish, and for
Yeah.
people attending that. And I really enjoyed my time there because the little hike through to the local mountains was nice, and
I didn't join that. I
uh,
left the day earlier.
oh, you left it. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the first time I was in Austria, so
Yeah, it's
being
beautiful
able
there.
to see a little bit of the surroundings. I mean, you're so close there, so you can go
Yeah.
anytime you like.
Yeah.
But for me, it was an adventure to see Austria, and see the um, statue of Mozart and butterfly museum, all these
Yeah.
nice things. So that was really really cool. So yeah, I wish I was there. I'm looking forward to seeing pictures from you when you
Yeah.
attend.
I will post like a maniac.
Yeah. All right. Well, so that's it for the announcements. I'm really a little side note there about the importance of in-person meetings and the things that we lost along the way due to COVID, and really obviously work from home also became a thing, and it's actually good. Maybe it's good for some companies because the meetings were wasteful in a lot of places, and having things move to be remote at least takes people's commute time out of the equation when they know they have to be heads down and work, and then they
Yeah.
don't have to allot 2 hours out of every day to commute or whatever it is. For different people, could be more or less, but
Yeah.
they can have a better life because of this. So there's good and bad things from going online. Anyway, any other announcements that we have? I think that was it. Well, we did finish the workshop in this Thursday, which was really good. And so let's maybe get into the topics straight from the workshop. We had some interesting talks on Discord that you noticed, but it was a recap of things we were already discussing. So I think we'll just go through the topics that came up at the workshop. So the first one we have is we deep dive into the to-do list pattern, the idea that some of the read models, and in automation we use a to-do list projection, which is a common way to abstract any kind of automations that you may want to have. So any particular insights that people talked about in the workshop that you found interesting?
I think it was really we talked about to do list. It was more 1.5 hours, I think. So it was really a deep dive. We had several examples, discussed them really in detail. There were many questions, and many of the participants said, "Okay, now I got it. Finally, I got it." I mean, the to-do lists somehow are hard to understand. I'm still not sure why that is, because the concept is actually really simple, but you just need to see a few examples played from the beginning to end, and so you get it. And I think that was really effective. That really worked. Yeah.
I think a lot of people are surprised at the simplicity. Maybe that's what's hard for people to accept. It's not that I don't think to-do lists are very hard to understand personally.
No, they are.
It's a very simple process, right?
Yeah. But I don't know. To-do lists are probably one of the topics that are questioned the most, so people really don't understand it because they're not used to it, to the simplicity. Maybe that is the reason. I'm not quite sure. But you said one thing in the workshop which really resonated with me. Somebody asked something, and your answer was, well, almost anything is a to-do list, which is true.
Yeah, I think most of the to-do list misunderstandings or questions come from the technical people, because it's really, I think over the last few decades, we've been bombarded by patterns books about automating, especially distributed systems, about how do we automate